Good morning. Good morning. This is Kendall Askins with Stimulating Minds. Askins stimulates over on Instagram and YouTube. Please make sure that you're liking, subscribing, following us if you are enjoying these videos so that you can get updates to videos and content being posted. Please follow us on our Facebook page for more, again, updated content. We are talking about love. And just a reminder that Stimulating Minds, while we do offer a number of services, our mission is to help develop lifelong learners, right? And we know that learning happens beyond just school, just a classroom setting. Maybe some of us didn't realize that learning happens beyond that, but it is about developing lifelong learners throughout our everyday lives, and just appreciating that love of learning. So we started last week talking about love, and we started with talking about love in friendship. And I promised you that we would talk this week about self-love. So just a reminder what love is, right? So love, again, is patient, kind, not being envious or jealous. It doesn't brag. It is not proud. It respects others, not easily angered, doesn't keep record of wrong. So in other words, it's forgiving, honest, right? Love protects, love trusts, it hopes, and never gives up. So when you think about that, right, I think about, how do we love ourselves? Oftentimes, we do not show ourselves that level of love, right? Are we always kind to ourselves? Do we always trust ourselves, right? Do we always respect ourselves? Are we not easily angered with ourselves, right? How often do we get mad at ourselves quickly? Also protecting ourselves, right? Never giving up, showing that resilience with ourselves, forgiving to ourselves. There's so many of these things that if you really think about it, we are often not showing ourselves this type of grace, right? This type of gentleness, this type of softness with ourselves. We're more likely to try to be more like this with other people than we are with ourselves. But the most powerful part is the level to which we love ourselves shows and tells people how to love us. So if we are not loving ourselves to a certain level, people are only going to love us to the level that we demonstrate we expect them to love us. And we demonstrate that by setting an example for them for how we are with ourselves, right? And what we're going to tolerate or not tolerate based on what boundaries we set for our own selves. This was extremely powerful, impactful for me, because even though I am somebody who is a strong person, confident, a lot of you might know me personally, I realized recently, well, probably within the past year or two, that I really didn't love myself truly and completely the way that I thought I did, right? Or where that illusion was. And it was because I constantly had in my mind that there was something wrong with me, right? There was a characteristic or something that kept needing to change. That was what my belief was. And it wasn't until I went through some life coaching, I went through some therapy and some other things, that I realized that there is nothing actually wrong with me. I learned to love and appreciate every part of me. But what I did realize is there's areas that I want to grow in, right? Wanting to grow in something, wanting to be the best version of yourself is very different from thinking that you have to change something about yourself or thinking that how you are is not good enough, right? Those are two very different things. And it took me over 30 years to figure that out and to understand that. So that's something that I want to share with you guys, is that it is super important for you to take a step back and examine how you're loving yourself. How are you demonstrating to other people how to love you? And then based off of that, based off of how you are showing up and how you are loving yourself, what thoughts are you thinking about yourself, right? Because when you explore those thoughts and examine that, once you come to the understanding that there is nothing wrong with you, even if you're not the best version of yourself yet, there is nothing wrong with you. That is what's going to help you really magnify that self-love. So I want you to hold on to that and to think about that. We're always learning. We're always growing. But be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Trust yourself, right? Forgive yourself for things that you may have done that you are feeling regret for. Explore that, right? Talk through that, because once you begin to show yourself that type of love, you will unlock doors that you never realized you could unlock. So self-love is something that's very subtle. We talk a lot about it, but we often don't really explore it the way that we should, and we can very much give an illusion that we love ourselves, but when we really dive into what love actually is and ask ourselves, do we demonstrate those characteristics to ourselves on a daily basis all the time, we'll realize that we're not really showing ourselves unconditional love. And if you can't show yourself unconditional love, how are you going to show others unconditional love? And how do you expect others to love you unconditionally? So I hope that you have an amazing day. And I am, good morning, Audrey, and good morning, Terrence. Have an amazing, amazing day. And drop some comments, drop some thoughts. Did this resonate with you? Please share this out if this was something that was powerful to you. And I will see you back here next Wednesday for more fun. Goodbye.